Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the theme park evangelist. So, the last time that I did some sort of vlog was back on trying to think here. It was May something. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, let me go back into my videos and I'm going to try to figure it out. It was not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that, if I remember correctly. So let me go ahead and pull that up, and then I will know for sure the exact date. Okay, so it was exactly 10 days ago. So let's see here. Because obviously that's not going to work. Okay, so it was May 7th, Sunday, May 7th. That's right. Now I remember for sure exactly when it was. Oh, please forgive me. Laying in my bed. All right. So, more or less, the last time I did a vlog or whatever, I was in Louisville with Katie, and we went to a place we hadn't been to in several months. And you might ask, so what place was that, David? And the answer to that is the Louisville Zoo. It's one of our favorite places, which is weird because we've only been twice. Well, three times now, if you think about it, because we went to for the very first time, like last summer sometime, and then we went again right around the time of their Halloween event, and then we just went a third time back during their summer event. So, well, it's really a light event, and it was just really, really neat. And I really enjoyed seeing all the pretty lanterns, handcrafted lanterns. So that I thoroughly enjoyed that. But anyhow, so afterwards, Katie took me over to one of her favorite grocery stores besides Jungle Jim's called Whole Foods. And she took me over to their hot bar, and we put together this really expensive dinner. And, well, yeah, you get the picture. So that was the last time I legitimately did a vlog. I've actually been working nonstop at the Creation Museum just because I want to. Let me know if you have any issues opening the live stream if you do end up watching. Okay, so anyway, after that, I also worked again this week, so I'm going to be going back to having 2 Sundays off in a row. So this coming Sunday is legitimately the very first Sunday, or sorry, well, I shouldn't say the very first Sunday, but the very last Sunday that we are going to be closed on Sundays until Labor Day weekend at the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum. And then after that, that's the very first Sunday that we're going to be open on Sundays. But ironically, I'm off that day. Now, I was going to pick up a shift that day, however, that I was told specifically to take the day off, which most people would say. But like all I really want the day off, blah blah blah, and like why would you be dumb enough to work? It's a holiday weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's the official start of summer, and I'm like, well, to be honest, I just really wanted to work that day because of the fact that it's kind of funny watching yourself, to be honest. I'm trying to do something for Katie here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's I'm one of those weirdos, I guess is the best way to put it, that really likes to work extra, and because I'm trying so hard to save up for this trip, that's why I'm like been working so much right now so that I can afford this trip, not just for myself, but for her as well. And I think I just got her to join. So I'm texting her right now to make sure, which is hilarious that I'm saying that in the sense that she's probably my only audience member right now. I really wanted her to see. So, yes, Katie, I wanted you to see how I do a live stream, since you've never probably seen any of my live streams before. And there she goes. Okay, that was interesting. But, okay. So, might as well just go ahead and get right into my actual discussion, which is regarding my actual trip to Central Florida, which we are officially leaving 2 months from yesterday. So today is currently May the 17th, and tomorrow is May the 18th. Hold on. And I figured, with the trip now being officially 2 months-ish away, and we are officially leaving like 2 months from yesterday, and 2 months from today, we are going to be touring around Central Florida. I figured this would be like the perfect time to start talking about everything. So originally I was waiting because of the fact that I didn't have, everything like situated for the trip. And also I didn't have like the itinerary. I didn't know all the details, blah, blah, blah. And finally I have everything figured out. So July 16th is when we are officially leaving for Central Florida. We're leaving, very early in the morning. We got a long drive ahead of us. We're only really stopping for gas and food and whatnot. And then we're planning on getting to Lake Wales, where I spent like 15 years living, probably between 8 to 11 p.m. at night. I currently have us planned to sleep until about 10 or so in the morning the next day on July 17th, so that both of us can sleep in, because we're both going to be tired. It's just going to be the two of us alternating drivers the whole way down. And I know we're going to be exhausted and we're going to need the sleep the next day. So the next day, after we've slept in, and more than likely the next day we're going to have to go and get breakfast somewhere. So I thought about taking her to Wawa for her very first time. Now, she has only really heard about Wawa from what I've told her about, but to actually take her to see what it's like, I'm just so excited. Anyway, also, I should mention that I'm going to be taking her around Lake Wales. So I'm going to take her to where I used to live. I'm going to take her to my old local mall because I'm sure she would like to see it and see inside of it. I'm going to go take her to see my old next door neighbor. Now they have no idea I'm coming, and they especially don't know I'm going to take her. So something that she tried with me a couple of months ago or over a month ago when we last went to Eastern North Carolina. Her neighbors didn't know I was coming, right? But I think they knew about her, and she went and introduced them, or well, I shouldn't say that. So she went and said hi to them and all that, and then she was like, "Hold on, I forgot something." And she went back out and she went and got me, and then she brought me in, and they were all like, "Oh, hi!" So that was kind of amusing. So this time, I would like to do the same exact thing, but this time it's going to be me doing it with her, and I personally think that this is going to be hilarious in the sense that she just did it with me and now I'm going to do it with her, and this time we're going to swap genders. So I figured, why not? I liked her idea so much that I want to do it too, if that says anything. So after that, I was pretty much gonna just take her some of the areas, like show her around, like more of Lake Wales, maybe downtown Lake Wales, show her how similar it is to Fremont where she grew up. And I was also going to show her the Lake Wales Care Center, and maybe she might be interested in Florida's Natural. I'm not necessarily going to take her to the Welcome Center unless she wants to go, but I figured that would be also something else that would be really neat for her to see. And I'm going to take her into Winter Haven. I'm going to at least be courteous and introduce her to Kay. Not necessarily, I don't know if this was really courteous to Katie, but at least it is to Kay and Dell, because I have known them a very long time, and I know they would like to see me again, and I know they would like to meet this person that I'm going to be marrying one day. So that's the only reason why I decided, well, I should at least go and say hi. And I'm going to take her around some of the places in Winter Haven, go show her the school that my mom used to teach at. Of course, another place I forgot to mention while I'm in Lake Wales is I'm going to show her the college that I used to attend, as well as the other campus I used to attend. So at the end of the day, I'm going to take her to my favorite barbecue place ever. Since she introduced me to hers, now I want to introduce her to mine. And then after that, I don't really have anything planned. Another place I forgot to mention as well. See, I keep forgetting all these places, but I know how much she likes parks, so why not take her to the old park that I used to play at in high school, where we would yell so loud that we lose our voices on the swings. So that's how stupid and immature we were back then. I mean, obviously she didn't know me in high school, but you get the picture. So day 2, which is July the 18th, which is a Tuesday, me and Katie are going off to Disney's Animal Kingdom first thing in the morning, and we're going straight to Kilimanjaro Safari so she can see all of the cool animals first thing in the morning. And one of her favorite animals is right at the beginning of the ride, called an okapi, and I know how much she would love to see those. And they've got lions and more on the ride. I don't want to see too much because I know she's watching right now, so you have to see it for yourself to fully appreciate it. And then also after that, we're going to go straight over to Pandora World of Avatar so she can go ride Flight of Passage, my favorite ride in all of Animal Kingdom, besides Kilimanjaro Safari, of course. And then I'm going to take her to one of my favorite quick service restaurants, which is a fancy Disney term for fast food, called Flame Tree Barbecue. I've eaten there actually a few times. I actually worked there one time, President's Day 2018. I helped their culinary department. I didn't overly care to work there, but I can at least say that I did work there one time. And then that afternoon, we're going over to Disney's Hollywood Studios, where I will introduce her to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge for her first time, Toy Story Land for her first time, and why not just introduce her to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for her first time? All of these areas she would love. I can promise that she'll love Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway as well, because it's a trackless ride, as well as Rise of the Resistance. Toy Story Land, as much as I love Slinky Dog Dash, it is a roller coaster, and even though it's really not that bad, I don't think she'll be able to handle it, but I'll let her make the decision for herself when she gets there. I already can tell you right now, I am not taking her on Rock and Roller Coaster. A roller coaster that goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour, heck no. I would never do that to her. I'm not that mean. And then that evening, we're meeting up with my close friend Vanita at Ruby Tuesday in Winter Haven. Katie hasn't been to Ruby Tuesday in years, so I figured as a surprise, as a nice treat for her, well, it's not really a surprise because she already knows about it, but as a nice treat for her at least, that I would take her over to Ruby Tuesday and, treat her to a really nice dinner. So she gets 2 really nice dinners back to back now. How cool is that, right? Not to mention Mayonnaise has some good steak, and I know Kitty loves her steak. So on Wednesday, July 19th, we will be going off to Universal Orlando Resort. I know that Universal doesn't have a lot of rides that Katie can handle. However, though, I am very excited about her checking out like the Hogwarts Express and doing some window shopping or some shopping over in Diagon Alley, as well as Hogsmeade. Both lands are really neat. I expect her to want to take a lot of pictures in both parks, but especially in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. She's going to love it so much. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter is my favorite part of going to Universal. And then my second favorite part of going to Universal, and just my personal opinion, for those of you who don't know me, is going on not just the roller coasters. I promise that my life is more than just roller coasters, but also some of those really cool rides over there, like Spider-Man and Transformers. The Men in Black ride is one of my other favorites. The only thing I don't like about Men in Black is it spins. So what I normally do, especially at that last part, when it spins for like a whole 30 seconds, is I close my eyes, cross my arms, and I keep my head against the seat. I'm usually a little dizzy and disoriented for about 30 seconds, but then I'm fine afterwards. But that's me. Now, it doesn't mean everybody else agrees with me. But oh my word, it is such a cool ride. And sometimes I do love going on the water rides over Islands of Adventure. And for those of you who also don't know me, another one of my favorite sections at Universal is the Jurassic Park section. I am a huge Jurassic Park fan. And yes, you better believe I'm going on Velocicoaster when I'm there. I rode that once last February. I freaked out so hard. I loved it so much. And yes, I will ride it again. Hands down. Anyway, yeah, you can tell I'm a little excited. So, and then afterwards, I really don't know what we're doing for dinner, but I would assume that we are probably going to go back to the house that we're staying at in Lake Wales, and we are going to be cooking dinner back at the house. But anyway, I kind of said that already. I normally would go to Fuddruckers, but there's no Fuddruckers nearby. Anyway, Thursday, July 20th, the plan is to get up early, head out to Clearwater. We're going to start our day at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and then we're going to make our way over to Clearwater Beach, and then we'll probably stay there most of the day, and then we'll head back and probably eat dinner again. The plan for lunch is to eat at some cheap seafood restaurant, whether we eat there or whether we get the food to go and then eat on the beach. But the big things for this trip, especially for Katie, who is not used to the sun and drinking water, and that's as much as I'm going into that, is drink lots of water and apply lots of sunscreen. And also another big one for her that I'm going to emphasize a lot on is take lots of breaks. For those of you who are not used to going to Central Florida, especially during the hot summer when it's really humid and those random Central Florida 5 p.m. storms like to show up, yeah, take lots and lots of breaks. Oh, and you should know, Katie, that every day at 5 p.m. in Central Florida during the summer, it pours down rain and the lightning is beyond intense and the thunder is very loud. So if you thought you've, seen scary lightning and you've heard loud thunder, wait till you go to Florida in the hot summer during an electrical storm, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. And I mean, literally storms that scared me into the restroom. That's how scared I got. Also, Friday, July 21st, I shouldn't have to say the year because it's kind of obvious. It's this year, 2023. Anyway, I'm going to be meeting up with my uncle at the Magic Kingdom, and he is going to help me, Katie, and Vanita get into the Magic Kingdom. I can't promise this, but I'll see what I can do. There's a slight chance that I might be able to vlog Tron, like the queue line and everything. Okay, for a fact, I can promise this now. Yes, I will be vlogging the exterior of Tron. I will at least get as close to Tron as I can, and I will vlog the coaster in motion. So, yes, there will definitely be Tron footage. And I'm really excited about showing Katie the Magic Kingdom for the very first time. And I am very, very excited about the whole aspect of showing everybody Tron from my YouTube channel. I have been waiting for this ride for 6 years. I watched that ride being built when I first worked there and at Tomorrowland Speedway, if that says anything. And finally, here I am. I'm almost 30 years old as of November, and I started working at Tomorrowland Speedway, let's see here, about that time, if it comes down to it. So, but around the time that I had that was 23, almost 24, or I just turned 24, that's how long I have watched Tron being built. Pretty crazy, right? So, yes, I am ready to see it in operation. And I'd be even more excited if I got to ride it. Now, some people have told me that it's not as exciting as Cosmic Rewind, but you know what? I'll make that judgment for myself. I can't promise there's going to be an Epcot vlog this time, unfortunately, but I'm at least going to try to get over there if possible. And when everything is said and done, that day I can't guarantee we're going to cook dinner back at the house or not, but we might do quick fast food or something. I don't know, but I will, think more about that as the time comes. So Saturday morning is one of the only other days that I had planned for us to eat out. Something else that Jonathan had mentioned was we would eat on Disney property on Friday, but once again, we'll get there when we get there. So Saturday morning, we are meeting with my close friend Kimberly and her boyfriend. This is another person that I'm very excited about Katie meeting because Kimberly and I have known each other for 10 years. And Kimberly is one of the closest friends that I have down there to date besides Vanita. And Kimberly is one of those people that I would definitely want at my wedding with Katie. So, yes, I definitely want Katie to meet this person because I feel like Katie and Kimberly could become instant friends. And I really feel like she'll also really like her boyfriend too, but more so Kimberly. But Anyway, we're going to meet them at Cracker Barrel for breakfast, and then I'm going to take Katie to a miniature golf course I haven't played at in years called Congo River Golf, and I'm going to take her to do 18 holes, and then I'm going to take her back over to Disney Springs, and if time permits, and if she feels up to it, I'll take her back to the Orlando Premium Outlet Mall, which is actually another place I'm taking her to on Monday as well. I'm taking her to the Orlando Premium Outlet Mall just so she can go to the Character Warehouse over there. And it is, if she thought the one in Cincinnati was big, this one in Orlando is even bigger. So this will really get her excited. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the Orlando Premium Outlet Mall, don't get me wrong, it's confusing, but it is a lot bigger than the one in Cincinnati. And I hate to say it, a lot busier, for that matter. But what a shock is that, right? And then, of course, she'll have all the shopping that she wants to do, or all the window shopping she wants to do in Disney Springs. So, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to Disney her out by the end of the trip. And if time permits as well, why not take her on the Disney Skyliner? It's free anyway, so. And then finally, we come to the last 2 days of the trip, which basically are me taking her to the Arbondale Flea Market on the Sunday, and I have invited Kay along just so Kay doesn't feel like I've been intentionally ignoring her the entire trip. And then on the Sunday as well, we'll be slowly but surely heading back, and we'll have Jonathan with us because he's only flying one way in. And yes, Jonathan is going to be involved in this trip for the first time in 2 years, or over 2 years. But for the most part, Jonathan's doing his own thing, and Katie and I are doing our own thing. And I'm cool with that. And then Monday, you guys have been waiting for quite some time now, I'm sure. Katie and I have been too. But we're finally going to go check out the Sevierville, Tennessee Buc-ee's. It is opening on Stitch Day, which is 6/26 or 6/26 next month. So 1 month, 9 days from now, almost 1 month, 8 days from now. And by the time we get there, yes, it will obviously be open. So we're very excited about finally checking this location out. More than likely, we'll stop at the one in Richmond, Kentucky on the way down, and I'll do my usual quick intro vlog on the way down in that Buc-ee's. Got to make it really quick though, because we have an even longer drive this time. We have a 14-hour drive, if not 14 and a half. And once we get into Florida, I'll pretty much know my whole way. I mean, I pretty much know my whole way there. It's such an easy straight shot. It's I-75 straight down until you get to the Florida Turnpike, and then it's the Florida Turnpike until you get to the Highway 27 exit, and it's the Highway 27 all the way down. The only time I will really need the GPS is when we have to go to the Vergara's, the people we're staying with the entire time. So, and I'll pretty much know exactly when I'll need to turn on the GPS for that. Once we get into Lake Wales, I'll need the GPS. I know, of all places, where I lived for almost 15 years, right? So... yeah, I'm sure Katie's laughing at me right now, but we'll see. So, yeah, that is the entire trip, and I managed to do it all within 30 minutes. Well, actually, I spent the first 5 minutes or so wasting time so she could get on the live stream. And I will see you guys on Sunday with Katie at Kings Island. We're going back before Memorial Day weekend, and we'll have to see all that's changed since I was there with her last. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. And always remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night. Peace out.